Hey, beautiful people, it's Tim Lee. Welcome to my channel and of course my Draw Too Much sketch lessons. I'm excited about this because we're gonna intermix things a little bit. You guys know I've been teaching you caricature techniques for quite some time now. I'm not quitting. We got a lot more coming, but I want to loosen our brains up a little bit. If you focus too much on the idea of drawing caricature and stuff, you get really set in your ways and you don't put your designer's mind to practice. So I've been doing a little bit of renovation here in the office, cleaning things up, and I found something that my mother-in-law gave me a couple Christmases ago, and it's been sitting around and I haven't done anything with it. And I figure, why not we utilize this as a catalyst to help us get our designer's taste going on here. Now for this video, these videos are only going to be 10 minutes of drawing, okay? 10 minutes of drawing, 5 minutes of sketching and inking, 5 minutes of finished color. My goal is to beat it as quickly as I can and get it done. So here's the book, 300 drawing prompts, and this is just full of blank pages with some text written on them of what you need to draw on each and every page. Very, very cool. Makes you kind of have an opened mind. You have to draw what's on the page. Now, here's my thing. I would love for you to join with me on this. So, if you want to, pause the video, go grab yourself a pencil and some paper, and let's do it together. Now, of course, instead of drawing in my book here, I'm going to be drawing on my Wacom Cintiq 21UX in Clip Studio Paint Pro, my software that I love to do my drawings in, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started here in just a second, but let's go ahead and cue up some music. So we've got some cool background music to enjoy. I hope you guys can hear it. If you can't, I will check it out and turn it up for the next video. By the way, don't forget to join me on Patreon. My new Patreon page is in the link below. As soon as I make a video, I release it directly to Patreon that day, as soon as it's done being made. Unlike YouTube here, where I schedule it twice a week on Tuesday and Friday, okay? So come and join me on Patreon, support my efforts, and I greatly appreciate it. Don't forget, we will be doing more caricature techniques, but it's time to have a little bit of fun on 300 drawing prompts. What is our first drawing that we're going to be doing today? We open up the book to the first page on the very top here, and it says Angel's Wings. We got to draw up some angel's wings today in 10 minutes. Are you ready to give it a go? Let's have some fun. Let's go ahead and switch over here so you can take a look at my screen, and I'm going to go ahead and make a new canvas. Now, I like drawing on a large canvas, so I'm going to do an 11 by 14 canvas at 600 DPI. If you have a powerful enough computer, that will help. We're going to go ahead and make that new canvas. And just to kind of help us out with some of the design, I'm going to go ahead and put a 50-50 gray on here, so 50% gray. And that's really going to help start off this design. Everything else I'm going to do in layers on top, okay? Are you guys ready to get started? Like I said, if you need to, pause really quickly before we begin. Get some paper and a pencil, whatever you want to do to sketch out. Get your iPad, get whatever tablet you may use, and let's have some fun. We're starting up our two clocks, our 5-minute and our 10-minute clock, starting right now. Okay, guys, let's have some fun. I love sketching with a maroon red, just to kind of give myself a starting way to go here. Now, I love Angel's Wings, but I think it needs something hooked to it. So I'm gonna go back to the 90s. Let's do some of those hearts that maybe some of us 90s and 80s kids might remember, where we did the hearts and the angel's wings around the heart. So let's go ahead and draw in this heart here and start getting this layered up here. And I sketch really rough. A lot of people will tell you don't sketch rough, but I use it to my advantage. I try to anyway. I'm also going to shape the heart a little bit. I'm going to give myself some guidelines on how this heart is shaped, and that's going to help me a little bit with my shading when I get down to doing color. Now the angel's wings. I want to hook them to about right here, and I'm going to go ahead and take them, and I'm going to design whatever I want to here, okay? We have a very limited amount of time, so I'm going to draw this pretty quickly, because we still got to ink it within the first 5 minutes. Alright. I'm going to make them pretty flowy and at the same time a little rough, purposefully here. Let's draw in kind of the muscle, the bone of this wing on the front here. And then we're going to go ahead and put in some individualized feathers here. I don't need to put too much effort into the sketching here, but I want to change this up a little bit. You know how usually if you draw a heart, you got the arrow through the heart? Let's do this. Let's put the arrow through the wings themselves. And I'm going to just draw a line completely through here, just like this. And we're going to go ahead and put the very sharp point of the arrow on one side and some feathers on the other side here. And I want it to look kind of grungy and interesting. And when I do colors, I love vibrant colors. So my intention is to do some very vibrant colors. Let's go ahead and switch over now to ink. I use my G pen ink. I said ink. There we go. And I use G pen in complete black, and I go nice and big. I do really big, thick outlines, especially when I'm rushing through something like a caricature. So why are we doing this again? Well, like I said, we're trying to think outside the box. We're trying to get into our designer's brain. You can draw a person exactly as you see them in those caricatures, or you can loosen up and you can have some fun and draw them by the way they feel. And that's all about my tutorials that I've talked about in the past, about drawing essence and thinking outside the box, okay? So we're going to go ahead and focus on drawing outside the box on this, and then we're going to take some of those techniques later on in our videos, and we're going to apply them to some of the caricatures that we draw. Don't forget, if you want me to use your face in a future tutorial, would love for you to send those tutorials my way. I got to turn down my music a little bit over here on this side. There we go. Send your pictures over to me to my email, and it's drawmetim@gmail.com. drawmetim@gmail.com. How are we doing on time? We have 2 minutes left for our inking, which is fantastic. I'm okay with that. I need lots of time to keep pushing through this here. All right, there we go. Oops. And you'll know when our first 5 minutes is up, because you're going to get a notification. You're going to hear the ding as I hear it. Now, by the way, I would actually love to see what you've drawn. I would love to be able to take a look at your stuff and see what you've created. All of us are going to do things differently, and I think that's a beautiful thing to see. This is not so I can critique your work unless you want me to critique it, but there's nothing to critique here. We're all artists. We're all here to have fun. But I'd love for you to stop on by my Facebook page, my Facebook group. It's called Draw Too Much Artists Anonymous. Head on over there and join the Artist Anonymous group and put up your pictures of what you drew during this little video. Would love for you to do that. I think that would be amazing to see what you're working on and see about how you used your designer's brain to loosen up a little bit, to prep you to draw caricatures even bigger and better than you have already. We can always improve in our work, and I think this is a great way to do that. I am building up the outside of this a little bit with some strong black lines because I really want this to pop. Okay? Really want this to pop off the paper and be a crazy design. I want to be able to put a design like this on a t-shirt, and I want it to look like it fits. And think about it. We're creating this design. We got 33 seconds left. I want to be able to put this design on a t-shirt and think that we just did a whole design in 10 minutes that's capable of selling on a t-shirt. How crazy is that, huh? That's the kind of stuff I want to create for you guys here. I want to create designer-looking stuff that we can enjoy. All right, there we go. And let's go ahead and now and do the arrow on the other side. We're about to run out of time, so we're just going to quickly knock that in there. And once we hear the ding, ding, we're going to move on, okay? Let me switch this over to white. I'm going to create another layer right behind it. And there it is right there. So we got 5 minutes, guys. Switch gears now. 5 minutes now to do your color. I'm going to go ahead and start with outlining this whole thing in a white. I think doing a white stroke on the outside of stuff is really, really cool. I think it gives it a nifty effect. It doesn't have to be perfect. I do try to get as close as I can, but another thing I like to do is, instead of using a hard brush like I'm doing here, I like to use a textured brush, you know, something that actually has some grunge marks in it or whatever, something that gives it some extra form. I think that's always kind of a cool look. So if you have a way to do something a little different, if you choose to do this design or come up with your own, have some fun with it. Focus on getting something other than a hard line. Put some texture in your art, okay? Alright, so we're going to quickly, and I have to do this quickly, so if I had a bit more time, I'd focus on getting this right, but we've only given ourselves 10 minutes to do this in, so we're going to keep pushing here. Let's see. There we go. Okay. There we go. Let's go ahead and just put this around the arrowhead here. Yep, there we go. Okay, switching gears. We're going to go ahead and grab this layer now, and I'm going to set it to be my reference layer so I can do all my colors over top. Now, we need to quickly, very quickly start dumping colors on this. So I'm going to start with blues, and I'm just going to grab a normal blue, and I'm going to paint my wings blue. Okay, I'm just going to tap in there, and they should fill in fairly quickly. We should have a nice big blue fill out here. And we're going to see if there's an area that we need to fill inside. Unfortunately, this is going to take the most time. Come on, baby. Come on. Ah! Alright, something's not working right there. So I got that set as my reference layer. Let's just try one wing. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. And the other wing. Come on. There we go. Now we're working. So let me go ahead and fill those in. Now we're going to grab some red. We need a red heart. We need a vibrant red heart. Do that on a separate layer here, just like this. Okay. Very nice. I'll go ahead and fill that in just for effect. Who cares? And then let's grab some orange yellow here. And we're going to do our tail fins in this orange yellow. There's a little area that I can't quite hit. So I'll just grab my pen and fill that in. And then I just need a gray. We're going to do a darker gray than 50% gray. And that we're going to fill in there. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and start coloring this up as quickly as we can. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to alpha lock all of these channels so that it only paints exactly where I've already painted. Let's grab some white with a very big airbrush, and now you do whatever you want with your textures, with whatever you're doing on paper, whatever you're doing on your tablets or whatever. This is just one of the benefits of working in digital. You can really do some things that you can't do on paper and in normal format, especially in 10 minutes. Okay, so we got this going on here. That looks really cool. I'm going to go ahead and grab this blue. I'm going to grab my G pen again, and I'm just going to go ahead and put in some shadows here with the same blue that I just painted with before. Okay, so this is going to make it pop a little bit. We'll do the same thing here to the heart itself. Just put them right below there. Get all of these little areas wherever you want to put shadow. Make sure you try to think about where that sun might be coming from. Doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, it's down to the wire. It's just to loosen your brain up. Loosen your brain up. Sounds like a workout video. Alright, everyone, do your sit-ups here. Here we go. Okay. And then I'm going to draw in just a little bit of shadow for where this is. There we go, just like that. Okay. Alright, let's do something with this heart. I'm going to go in here. Let's go ahead and grab some yellow-orange here. And it looks more like just orange, but whatever. I'm going to go ahead now, and in the... I got 1 minute and 20 seconds left. I'm just going to go ahead and apply some highlight tone with that orange to really make that heart pop. We're going to reach a little bit more into the yellows now. I'm going to stick with my airbrush, but I'm going to bring up the brush density by quite a lot here. And just in the corner here, I'm going to pretend that there is a hard light here. I'm going to bring in this hard light so it really looks like there's a light coming up from the bottom. And then we can do the same thing with our wings here really quick. Let's go ahead and just grab some white, and we want to just go ahead and line the wing with this pure white here, wherever this light source is coming from here. There we go. Okie dokie. And what do we got left? What do we got left? We got to get this heart looking just a little bit more reflective. Let's go ahead and get a hard brush here with whatever little time we got left. Let's go ahead and fill this in with a little bit of white here, a little bit of white here. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty good. Let's put in a couple more little dots here. There we go. And how are we doing? 23 seconds left. I'm running out of time really fast here. Let's see what else we can do. Can we quickly, very, very quickly, just do a pass of this here? Will that work? That won't work. Never mind. Skip that. We're gonna run back for that. We're gonna skip that. Let's see if we can grab something here. What do we got? 6 seconds. Just a little bit of pass here. Would that work at all? No, that won't work either. Never mind. We're gonna scoot that out of there and just pretend that that's done. Whew. Oh boy, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was fun. Like I said, it's just supposed to loosen your brain up. Now make sure that you sign your work, guys. Make sure you sign your work and come up with a signature that means something to you. Come up with something that is something special that people will recognize every time you sign your work. Here's mine. Let's make sure that you can see it nice and clear. I start here with a little T, just like this. There we go. And I do I, and I do this. This is supposed to be an M, believe it or not. I do another large M, and actually, no, I've changed that recently. Here's an L, and I go E, E, then my M, then I, C, H, A, E, L. I'll date it, 2019, and then what I do is I put a little circle here, and I do this right here. It's pizza pie, and that is a secret symbol that was used in Greece to say that I'm a Christian, and I think it's a neat little effect that I do on my signature. So there you go, guys. That is 10 minutes of drawing a piece that's worthy of being on a t-shirt, and I think that's pretty cool. That's fun. That was cool. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and don't forget, if you join me on Patreon at any dollar value, you will get videos as soon as I release them. So literally this video, I'm going to hit end and immediately upload it, and then schedule it on YouTube and immediately post it on my Patreon for you to enjoy. So I make several of these videos in a single day, so you could get a blast of a whole bunch of videos to enjoy. Thank you so much for watching this, guys. I appreciate you all very much. Thank you to my Patreon supporters who support me. We will see you guys next time. God bless you. Take care.